too. I don't know which
We can
stream is
make
going to
this
be broken.
Oh yeah, we can make this a quicker podcast. I think today, for the most part, busy accepting packs, getting everything ready for Chill Series tonight. So if you guys haven't registered already, I highly suggest go register and make sure you send your 2 Vivid packs because there is an entry fee.
Unless you're a channel member for Maddie.
That's right. Unless you're a channel member, then you don't.
I'm a channel member, so I'm not paying for packs. I mean, let's be fair.
VJ says, say hello to Portugal, please. Hello, Portugal.
Hello, Portugal. I love Portugal. Portuguese food is like the best food.
That's right. Joey says, what do you think about the beach winner trying to sell the card? I think that it's silly. He probably doesn't understand like TOS or anything like that because he is Italian. So, I mean, I'm not saying Italian people are dumb or anything. I'm just saying like he probably doesn't know the ins and out rules. You know what I mean? Like, I just think he doesn't understand that you can't actually do that. It's like against the rules. So, no hate on him or anything. I let him know. I was like, I don't want you to get like your account banned or anything like that. It's definitely a little bit frowned upon, trying to sell it. But I understand, like, if you don't know better and you get like the most expensive card in the game, technically, like you're probably just gonna.
I've never tried to sell a card on Ptcgo though. Like even when the TOS, no, but what I'm saying is like, if no one's doing it, why would you think that you're the first? Not to play devil's advocate, because I really like. I know that there's people who are pissed off at the dude, and that's cool. You could be pissed. I think everyone wanted that beach. I think the Filthy Goat kind of gifted our community something kind of hot. But it's one of those things where, shut up. It's one of those things like, no, but like I see the moans on Twitter and stuff like that. It's like, it's not your beach. You would have never had the beach. It doesn't matter if they're selling, like, not to say it doesn't matter if they're not selling the beach. Don't break the terms of service of Pokemon. I'm just saying it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect anyone. I mean,
yeah,
it only affects that person's account. If you want to be stupid and get your account like destroyed, that's cool. Like, that's your own thing. Learn to read the TOS. It's also available in all languages as far as I'm concerned. So there's literally it's literally like you were being stupid or uninformed or something or greedy, but it doesn't matter. We could sit here and judge. It doesn't matter because it has no bearing on us. It's not as bad as people like Leonhardt who are going to these convention centers and promoting coronavirus.
There we go. Yeah, I mean it's.
Maddie's just like, Zach, why'd you have to bring that one out of the bag?
That's fine.
Bam! Pulling up with a Beyblade sideways. Let it rip.
No, yeah, I don't know. I think most people are just kind of like, for me personally, and I think with the Filthy Goat as well, we just don't want to see the beach like lost forever in an account that.
No, and I agree. That sucks. Like, and I mean, I think your intentions for the events are just like, yo, I think we want to just give something back to the community, and at the point like. Sure, we could be upset to the fact that the winner is technically robbing the community of a beach because their account is likely going to get banned. They're likely not going to be able to play in Pokemon events anymore, especially like if they had like a decent account. So it's one of those things like, I don't know, maybe they'll just give him a 1 week slap and be like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I think he's probably going to take down that Facebook post.
I don't think so. I don't think it got taken down yet. Well, it seems like they're time zone wise, like probably eating second dinner by now, and
I think some people were salty just because like he's not somebody who typically plays in Chill Series tournaments. He's not a really well known player in the online community, and he did win. So I think, especially with somebody like Vinny Fernandez, who took the L to him in finals.
No, we literally let one of the people's favorites lose to some like random person, and I mean. Maybe they have, and maybe they played on someone else's account or something. Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think it matters if someone's new to the game, loved by the game. It could have been Jake Gearhart or Leonhardt winning the beach. It doesn't matter if someone doesn't like you. It literally doesn't matter.
Don't like Jake Gearhart, bro?
No, a lot of people, like, honestly, like, we're going to be Zach at the realist today. A lot of people hate Jake Gearhart. Jake, if you're watching this, I very considered blocking you after your post, by the way. Straight out call out. No, it's just like the whole thing. Like, I feel like all this stuff is spreading propaganda against our community during COVID and stuff like, I don't know. It gets me triggered. I didn't block Jake Gearhart after all. I didn't want to contribute to the 300 plus. So keep this as a stern warning from Zach Lesage, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, it just pisses me off, man. Like, my life is just playing Pokemon. That's cool. It's my career. I can't play in real life. due to people who are absolutely screwing it up for everyone else. And I'm not trying to say that I've been perfect. Sure, I may have gone to a restaurant. Here in Canada, we keep it pretty safe. We wear our masks to our tables and stuff like that. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't know. It sucks. It really pisses me off, man.
486 people don't like it. I mean, back to the Leonhardt situation, because I don't even know what's going on with Jake Gerhardt personally. I mean, the thing is with Leonhardt is, like, the main thing that I want to address is that it's so easy to get flamed for something on Twitter, because once you see that people's tweets kind of flaming Leonhardt are getting hundreds of likes, everyone's just going to be like, oh, I want free internet points. Like, first of all, most of these people don't even probably give a shit at all. They just want to get free likes on Twitter. And it's Twitter, right? So you can just say whatever you want, and there's going to be no repercussions for it. So I think that, when you're in that
there's some things you say online, there's repercussions for it. I might have learned that from a personal experience here or there, but
I mean, when the vast majority of people are on your side, right?
Exactly.
Get your free
the
likes.
herd mentality, the pitchforks, the flames. As long as you're like the side that's not losing, you're pretty much okay. You're not going to be a casualty.
Right. So, and I think everybody just hopped on that train because they're like, well, why not? Right. I want to seem cool. I'm just going to flame them. But the thing is, like, there was literally a convention going on. Like, first of all, like, why not just flame the people running the convention? Like, why not? I don't know. It's one of those things where, if he's wearing a mask, like, obviously it's not smart to go to a convention right now during a pandemic. But first of all, that's his decision. And it's everybody else's decision to be there. So you can't get mad at him for spreading COVID when, like, all of the people who made a conscious decision.
No, we can't. Okay, we can't get. We can't be angry at Leonhardt. Leonhardt did not invent the convention, as far as I'm concerned. Leonhardt decided not to publicly announce that he's not going to it. But it's one of those things, man. Like, it's one of those things where, like, there's always the argument of, oh, Texas opened up everything, right? Like, there's countries that have an age of consent that are mighty low. If we partook in that, would that be because it's legal? Like, there's things that are just absolutely beyond screwed up. And I think that for a major influencer to go there, like, I'm not even a major influencer. Sure, I'm well known in the community, but I'm not like 80,000 Twitter followers big. Like, I'm not even like a tenth of that. You know what I'm saying? So if I was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to take pictures with fans. No, you're exactly spreading. Leonhardt directly contribute to it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, fuck you and move on. Like, literally screw them. It's like, not like, I don't want to ruin Leonhardt. I don't want to ruin Leonhardt.
Nobody cares about any of the other people that were there, though. Like,
no, but I'm okay. No, there are a bunch of links. It's just he just happens to be the biggest one.
Yeah.
He was the one that happened to, like, there's that other, Pokémon or whatever the dude is.
Yeah, that's Unlisted Leaf, I believe. They're both guys that just open Pokemon cards.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how's it going, peeps, on my stream, by the way? I think we're live. Hopefully the audio is good and that everyone can hear me.
Audio's always
I'm pissed off on this Wednesday. I'm going to get this all out of my system, so I'm chill for the Wednesday tournaments.
That's right. Well, it has a name. It's called Chill Series 23, bro. And if you're not registered, what's going on? Why not? Why aren't you registered?
I don't know. There's even people who are like, even on my thread, like, I was like, please don't cancel Leonhardt over this. I think it's ridiculous to cancel anyone. Just like, choose what you don't want to do. Like, we don't need to have internet mentality. I just said it was saddening. Like, my personal opinion, like, that's my Twitter nice PG opinion. My personal opinion is it's stupid. I thought it was absolutely disgusting. And I think, like, going to a major convention maskless or with a mask on, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're still contributing to numbers and setting back our world globally. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's getting back to the topic. It's not as bad. Like, that's worse than the beach, if you ask me.
I think it's bad. Like, I'm not trying to condone it or anything. It's just like, I think it's absurd that people on Twitter, like, just love to just flame people. Like, they just love to be like, oh yeah, people are making fun of this guy, they're kind of calling him out, like, let me just hop in because it's Twitter, and like, why wouldn't I do that? Like, so to me, that's the part that kind of just irritates me, is like the dude literally did something that literally probably 1,000 other people did, but just because he's got a target on his back, you guys know.
No, it's not that he had a target on. He did not have a target on his back. He is literally an influencer. Like, it's one of those things.
That means he's got a target, though.
No, it does not mean he has a target. It means that he should know a little better, think twice before he goes to his actions. If you're an absolute no one, you could say whatever you want in the world. You could come up with racial terms. You could come up with no one's gonna care at the end of the day if the homeless guy at the corner says an inappropriate word or something racist. But you want to know what? As soon as a celebrity does, like Leonhardt is a celebrity, like a B class or C class celebrity in their own rights, and they should have known better. And I mean, same thing. Like it's like we even see the case too. Like the person who won Chill is an absolute unknown member to our community. I don't want to use like the term nobody because like I think that's completely wrong. But I know a lot of my friends would be like, "That's a nobody. No one cares." They're not a nobody at all. People know who they are. They won the Chill events. They won the Tropical Beach. They literally put a gigantic like red flag, and they're like, "Ban my accounts." Like I don't know. The community has been really stupid this week.
Silly. That's just silly, 100%. I don't know. To me, it's just I just think that people on Twitter are just terrible. Like first of all, like if you have an opinion, like that's fine, but you just I feel like I don't know. Like spewing a popular opinion just because you know people are going to agree with you to get internet likes is just really stupid.
No, but I feel like if you also aren't quiet all the time, then we also can't move in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like, no, but like what I'm saying is like by saying they're silent, it's like literally watching a kid get bullied or beat up in front of you and then just not saying anything.
No, but it's different though, because it's like you're beating up somebody who deserved it. But if he's already getting beat up, like why?
No, I'm not saying you're beating up. I'm saying you as an adult. If you saw like two kids getting like beating up each other, I think it's your duty as someone who's like who should just be like, guys, maybe stop.
No, but that's not the case though. It's like somebody who committed a crime, right? Imagine if somebody like mugged somebody on the street and then he got caught and now he's just getting beat the shit. Like he's just literally getting punched on the ground.
I don't think Leonhardt's getting beat. I think it's a pretty equal fight. I think there's a bunch of dumbasses who live near Texas.
But it's undoubtedly like he
shout out to Texas, by the way. I know we should give a shout out to Portugal. Shout out to Texas. If you're there and you're a homie, stay safe.
I just think it's ridiculous, man. Like I'm not like I think it's obvious that what he did was stupid, and like like he should kind of get flamed for it a bit, but like just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not.
No, I'm not saying cancel him. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying like he should have known better. Hopefully he thinks twice. Hopefully he doesn't lose 100,000 subs or whatever he has going on. I don't care. I don't watch people open packs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't watch myself open packs. I did not watch Maddie open packs. I'm like, ooh, I hope my friend pulls something cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my thing.
Yeah. No, it is what it is, man. There's just a lot of strange things going on in the internet right now. And I just think the one person we should flame is that old white dude who's like 60 years old who was there not even wearing a mask, first of all. That's why they call this the boomer remover. But, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. What are you going to do?
I don't know, man. I would like whatever. It's one of those things where like all the damage that has been done has been done. The same thing as the beach. You wanna know what? The guy's account's probably gonna get bans. The beach is gone. Y'all didn't win the beach. If you didn't go to the Texas thing, y'all didn't go to the Texas thing. We could frown here and point fingers or anything like that. I think Leonhardt's a moron for going to the thing. I think that there should be some kind of apology, an actual real one. I think that maybe he should help out with the COVID relief because it looks like that guy's rolling in some guap. And for all of us who do not have Leonhardt guap, I'm going to stay at home and not wear a mask and not make mistakes like that. Because first and foremost, I'm not dumb anymore. Second off, I don't got that kind of guap. No, not Leonhardt getting banned. I mean, the guy who won the Tropical Beach at the Tropical Beach tournaments. I think the guy who he's trying to actively sell his online beach that he won at the tournaments, which goes against the terms of service for the Pokemon, Pokemon Online. So he tried to sell his thing. So basically to anyone who's tuning in now, Leonhardt he went to a convention and basically supports COVID. And the guy who won the Tropical Beach, is trying to sell it, which against the terms of service. And I tied those up because they're both morons. That's literally all this is.
I think it's unfair to say. Like, again, I don't care at all about Leonhardt. Like, I don't have any preference for him at all. But I think that for him, it was more so like, oh, like, I'm going to go to this convention just because I know I'm gonna get people fanboying. I know I'm gonna make videos. I know I'm probably gonna make money. Like all of that stuff. I think for him, all of that outweighed the possibility of making other people sick. Like I don't think he cared as much as he cared about.
So exactly what I've been saying is that he does not care about the public health.
Well, I'm not
literally
saying
by exiting your house by exiting your house at all, you are literally contributing towards COVID. And I'm not going to be like some super masker here. Like I said, like I don't necessarily have an opinion on it. Maybe Canada's too strict on it. I don't know. Maybe Texas is not strict enough.
Nah,
I don't know. It's one of those things where I think the general vibe here is that we want to get him stuff.
I think
Joey Davis calls himself King Pokemon, but he won't see Zach on a one-on-one. Yeah, my neck tat says that I've seen some shit in my life, so I don't think so either.
I want to see Leonhardt just best of 3, turned mirror Zach Lesage. Like that's what I want.
I thought we were throwing fists, bro.
I think that's
I don't want this to be like all the Leonhardt believers are gonna like be like Zach Lesage, ranked Pokemon player in the game, wants to whoop your ass. Like I don't like. Could you imagine? I don't want to fight Leonhardt at all. First and foremost, I don't think he want
to fist fight Leonhardt either. I think he spends as much time lifting weights as he does going to conventions these days. I mean, that guy is absolutely jacked. I mean, if I was Leonhardt, I probably wouldn't even care about COVID either, because I feel like he's just one of those like gym rat, like just one of those types of dudes. Unlisted Leaf, on the other hand, that guy looks like he already has some sort of sickness. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe he should be a little bit more careful.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm more laughing because you're wearing the mask now, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Has there been hate for Unlisted Leaf as well? I just haven't seen it.
I don't know, man. I honestly, let's move on to our topics. Because at some point we got
the podcast now.
Are we starting the podcast?
Okay. I don't know what else
I got money on Zach beating Leonhardt 2-on-1 mirror. I don't know, man. That guy has some degrees or something. Unless he's like Jeff Winger from Community. I think he's actually was a lawyer, so he's got some kind of smarts up there. But I'm not sure. I'm just a dumb Pokemon player. Gigantic wink. Anyways,
Danny House is trying to flame me here, bro. I'm wearing a mask because I don't support COVID, and it's just always better to be safe than sorry, bro. You never know. Unless Leaf is not Pokénate. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I never said that they were. That was what Maddie said.
Yeah, that's my bad. I don't know.
Yeah, Maddie's literally spreading hate, man. Let's cancel Maddie. Honestly, I have a list of things that I could cancel Maddie with, but I won't do that. Yeah, Unlisted Leaf is in Australia. Yeah, I mean,
Jack, I'll teach you MMA if you coach me in Pokemon, says Julie.
100%.
Stop it.
100%.
All right. Either way, we should get to it. I mean, that's kind of the things that are happening on Twitter now. Not that I really care about any of it, to be 100% honest. I guess we got to mention it. The real Breaking Nate is his name. Yes.
The real Breaking Nate. Yeah. Hopefully, the one who was there was the fake Breaking Nate. That would have been the imposter Nate.
Card. That's right.
Kind of like how Gabe Smart is not Gabe Smart here because he bailed out. That's cool. Okay, Maddie. I say we start this podcast. We start this off correctly.
All right, I'll take the mask off.
You taking the mask off because now it's now the world is safe for the next hour. Don't go out and lick the poles, kids. Don't lick the poles, bro. Anyways, Maddie, did you hit the record button? Did you hit the recording button, or what are we doing? Are we just starting?
I don't even record it.
You just recorded. You're just gonna illegally download our own content. Wow.
Exactly.
You made it when you illegally download your own content.
I don't think it's illegal to go to MP3. I don't think it is.
I don't know, man. I'm not the whatever they're called. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Yell Horn episode 13. Originally supposed to be featuring Gabriel Smart, but I think he's a sleepy boy. That being said, we got your boy Maddie and your boy Zach. You can check Maddie out at Chill TCG, and you can check me out at Zach Lesage Ptcg. Whether it's Twitter, YouTube, I think it's basically Twitter and YouTube. But check us out. Maddie runs events. I play in those events. So we come together with that dynamic of playing Pokemon at a professional level and running events at a professional level. And of course, we're both terrible at Fortnite. What's up, Maddie?
What's going on? Yeah, I mean, I am professional. Technically, I do take a cut, right? So I think that.
I mean, it's definitely been noted by other members of our society.
Right.
But it's fine. We know. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty bad at Fortnite. The new season is out, though. We've been playing it. It's pretty. I mean, honestly, I like it, Zach. I don't know how much we played a little bit last night. It's pretty brand new. But I mean, what's your? I mean, we're not. This isn't a Fortnite podcast. But what's
this
your
is not a Fortnite
content?
podcast yet.
What do you what do you think though? What do you think of the new?
I am confused, man. I feel like everything's changing in my life this week. So not only do we have like jam-packed, everyone's like, yo, Zach, can I get some of that coaching for that Players Cup, that team challenge? Chills tonight, what's going on with that? GG Tour, $500 Sunday Open, and Battle Styles is being released this weekend on top of that. So I don't know, Fort's also changed during that time. So I feel like I haven't gone through this much change since I was 12 years old. It's just too much. It's a lot of change.
Like I just say, have like silence after you said that.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, I agree. Like, I agree. I think the new Fortnite's cool. I think that anything new is cool. Like I like when things get changed up. It makes things less boring. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm always a bit more, inclined to do something if it's sort of changing and being refreshed. And I think that is about to happen with Pokemon, at least for some extent. People are trying to cancel me in the chat.
Yeah, cancel Maddie. Cancel Maddie 2021. Get him.
I think, well, I mean, again, my title of the podcast is like Battle Styles Release Discussion. So that's definitely probably going to be the primary discussion tonight for the podcast. But at the same time, we'll be taking questions from you guys. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm pretty excited for Battle Styles, Fortnite aside. But, I don't know. What's going on with you, Zach? You're playing in Chill tonight.
Yep.
For sure. You're gonna live stream that?
Yeah, I'm gonna live stream it starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, so about an hour after the podcast ends. Yeah. Also, a huge shout out to Josh for the dono there. Thank you so much. But yeah, you're like Maddie's like, where's my dono, bro?
I mean,
but yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited to play in the tournament. I don't know how to really treat this tournament. I like to try to give information to the people. I'm still actively working on my Players Cup decks. And if I had a deck that I was really willing to play, I don't know if I'd want to play the exact list. However, this format's hyper-solved to the point where I don't even know where it matters. I do know that if I play something spicy, I don't necessarily want to mislead people, especially if I'm trying something. So I might go in with something a little bit bland and vanilla tonight. And I mean, I don't necessarily think I'm going to change much else. Like, my top considerations are going to be Send-a-Scorch, E-Turn, ADP, stuff like that for the Players' Cup and for Chill. So it's basically the same thing. I've never won a Chill yet, so I won a Players' Cup before I've won a Chill.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Chill is obviously harder to win than Players' Cup. I think everybody knows that. Not even a question. But the thing is... the thing is with this tournament is, Zach, it's the last, pretty much the last tournament of the format. I don't know if there probably is going to be some tournaments between now and tomorrow at 1 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah, who even runs tournaments on a Thursday right now? I don't know of a standard Thursday tournament as far as I'm concerned.
But the thing is, it's going to be interesting because technically, and what we like to do and what I like to do on my channel and everything is analyze the meta and just sort of analyze the results of the tournament, highlight decks, things like that. But for the most part, the results of this tournament are going to be almost immediately inconsequential, considering that.
Yeah, this tournament's worthless, right? Like, if you think about it, like in terms of like the overall like progression of the metagame, like, homie, what does this result do when Urshifu is released tomorrow?
Right.
Right.
No, exactly. Like, E-Turn's going to win tonight, like, or Peak's going to win tonight, and it's going to be a nice send off for the Vivid Voltage format. But in reality, the format is going to be so different next week. Next Wednesday at Chill number 24, which is going to be hype. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
Just one of those
I'm excited to hear why it's hype, especially as one of Maddie's valuable channel members.
That's right. So I mean, again, it's going to be strange. I do condone, like, I still think everyone should play tonight. It's going to be fun, and I think that it's just going to be worth playing. But it's interesting, right? Because all other tournaments are a bit valuable to the future. Right, where it's like,
yeah, this one's like literally series, just doesn't matter. It's getting spawn killed right now. It's literally getting spawn killed.
Yeah, as soon as it's done, Danny House Husovic, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. you now get free entry into the tournament tonight. So shout out to you, my man. I'll have to add you to the graphic at the end of the videos. But yeah, it's one of those things where nothing in terms of the format and the results are really going to be accurate 2 days from now, right?
Although at the same time, we're also, I mean, it could be relevant tonight as well. So just to play devil's advocate, I'm literally talking about the Players' Cup and the Team Challenge that are official Pokemon events that are going to continue on in this format for the next few weeks.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, for me, regardless if this tournament does matter, whatever, do I want to, like, how real do I take this event? And what does it mean for me going forward? Will we find anything else? I think right now we're kind of in a state of the format where everything's been said and done and whatever, and we're switching up some random text because the metagame, again, really hasn't changed since Darkness Ablaze.
Not at all. I mean, not
Vivid
really.
Voltage did absolute nothing. Champion's Path did absolutely nothing. Whatever Shining Fates barely did anything. Here we are. It did more than both of those, and considering it's just like a throwaway set, who cares, right?
Champion's Path really did nothing. Like I can't stress to you how much Champion's Path just was a complete waste of time in terms of the competitive aspect of the game. Of course, for collectors and just for people who enjoy, I guess, the casual experience, it was definitely probably pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I guess the reprints were nice, reprinting some playable cards like the supporters and stuff. But I mean, realistically, that set was.
Yeah, the set was whatever. But I mean, we'll see exactly how the chill goes. I mean, there's still the Prestige. There's still the Chill Invitational that's going to eventually come up. The Chill Invitational is going to feature, what, Battle Styles or whatever sets new at that time? Or I think Battle Styles.
It'll still be Battle Styles because I think the Invitational will be right before Chilling Reigns comes out.
Chilling Reign Chill Series? Okay.
Listen, it's a conspiracy. Pokemon knew. They were like, listen, we got to give Chill his credit. Let's just name a set after him. Let's give him a bunch of free product, which I'm sure they'll do. So I'm pretty excited. Thank you, Pokemon, for naming an expansion set after me. I'm blessed. Very happy about it.
Yeah, just wait until Pokemon names some of the Christmas sets after Zach Lesage, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and shit like that. Shit's going to be popping. Calyrex with the red-nosed tool card. Anyways, I'm allowed to make fun of myself, but other people cannot. Otherwise, I'll cry on Twitter all night. Anyways, what do we got going on here? I'm looking at my live chat because your chat's talking about canceling Maddie and Daniel, last name House, is a chill member. So from a drama podcast to a Fortnite podcast, amen. Maddie and I play Fortnite. Come kick it with us. You need help on choosing a deck for the tournaments. I want to use ADP-Zation V or Luke Metal or Turbo-Zation V. All of those decks are basically the same. ADP-Zation is the most viable out of all of them. Asumi, I'm just going to run through these quick. Do you think Rapid Strike Urshifu will be viable with Mucilin formats? Yes. Am I live streaming today, Zach? Yes. I'm live streaming the Chill event tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, so an hour after the podcast ends. Brodog, LMAO, Lamau. That's what I got.
Lamau.
All
right, cool. Yeah, no, I think obviously Mew is going to be very popular when Urshifu comes out. But the thing is, like, Mew's a good card, but even without that second attack, like, Urshifu is still a good Pokemon, and it's going to be extremely easy for them to just sort of KO your Mew at some point.
Mew is definitely it hurts for that deck though.
Yeah,
it hurts.
No, it does. Yeah, it does. 100%. Like 100%.
I recommend packing those Mews.
Yeah, maybe just run 2 in your deck and just never lose.
Literally just play 4 Mews, the new wave.
Exactly. No, exactly. I mean, the more I think about it, like, I think both of the Urshifu cards are really good, but they're pretty easily techable, like, for counters. So it kind of, it's up in the air to me whether both of them are actually going to be the most successful of decks in the format. I think that the Rapid Strike is good, but of course you can run things like Mew to kind of protect yourself for the most part. I think with hammers and billowing and fan of waves and yell grunt and all that stuff that's super common, I just don't see the single strike one seeing too much success either. I'm still.
Stop! Get out of here! You are literally insane. You know,
single strike is
we were talking about how you think that Leonhardt is like a little bit jacked. Have you ever met Slowpoke Well, dude?
I think the Slowpoke well is he's. I think he's
literally
not ripped, but
he's
juiced.
what? That guy is
think
literally that guy's more juiced up than Juice World, sir. That guy is packing heat, and he will single strike Urshifu.
I think Slowpoke well
you right in the
would beat
head.
Leonhart in a fight. I agree.
I think he would also beat you in a fight.
I agree with that as
Although
well.
you might be who was talking about MMA? I think you might be in different classes, bro.
Joey?
I think it goes by height, bro.
All right, we have an actual question here. We have 2 actual questions. First one, Peter, actual question. We all know that Rapid Strike Urshifu is standard viability. What's the opinion on the expanded side with cards like Strong Energy Diancie, Wide Lens? Looks very strong. I have no opinion. I don't play any expanded. So
weight class, got it. Yeah, I think Home Slice. I think both Urshifus are probably strong. I think they're literally both strong. I think everything gets better and expanded, which then means it gets worse. It gets better, and then you have to see if the format allows it or not, right?
Yeah, I don't think Single Strike is going to be bad, but it's just like how can you expect to play a deck that requires 4 energy and you take 20 damage every time you attach a special energy when there's a new card that discards special energies and you have Crushing Hammers in the format? I just don't. Like,
no,
I think
but
it works,
you literally okay, but you're thinking of it only for its big attack. You're not looking at it that it has the laser focus attack that brings energies to itself. No.
No, the V, yeah, the V.
The V, yes. Like you go attach turn 1, you attach 2 energies to it with laser focus. So very similar to Eternatus's Power Accelerator, right? Yeah. Like Power Accelerator is literally one of the best attacks that we have in the game, and it's one of those things where you go
pretty good.
Attack, double attach. Now next turn, you can swing with the V for 180. You could swing for the V Max for 100. And between Houndoom or whatever else you have acceleration or just normally attacking, you could go for the big attack. Okay. It doesn't matter if they get Crushing Hammers because you could hit for 100, but then you could chase down a Dedenne, knock it out. You could chase down a Crobat, knock it out. So it's one of those things where like you're just wrong. You're just flat out wrong.
I think it's obviously strong. Like 1, if you go second, which is a 50-50 shot. And 2, if you start with Urshifu
it's not a 50-50
and get an
shot.
Energy attachment. How is it not a 50-50 shot to go first or second?
Because there's a higher chance. If every deck wants to go second, but some decks want to go first, and majority want to go second, you have a higher chance of it being, because you have the coin flip at 50-50, you have a higher chance to go second than to go first.
I mean, I guess technically, but if you're going against
statistically, it's proven. Like if more decks want to go, like you have a higher chance
to go second if you're playing against Single Strike Urshifu. It's literally just
no. You're not. Not every single deck is going to be like that, man. I'm telling you straight up. Decks. No. It's not because it.
Bro, the deck's not good. It's not good. It's not a good deck. I mean, I don't think it's a bad deck.
You literally just said it's not a good deck. Everyone cancel Maddie.
Bro, I don't think a deck like that, like 1 out of
the scroll is so busted. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey.
I think the scroll is busted. Yes, I think the scroll is good, but then that just adds another card that you're gonna have to find.
Okay.
In order for that deck to be.
So they're asking me, Brodog's asking me, what do you mean it's a coin flip? What I'm saying is, not every single person wants to go first.
Right.
Not every single person wants to go second. So I'd say if every single deck wants to go second, it's a 50-50 chance. It's not like there's any benefit towards that. So you have a higher chance of going second because some decks automatically want to go first. So every single deck wants to go second, except for a select few. So unless your opponent's terrible, and at that point you don't need to worry about it, I think you have a higher chance of going second than you think you do. And it's more than 50-50. Because people have the control, they have the choice to control it.
Yeah. I agree technically, like some people aren't going to choose to go second even if they win the coin flip. But like
if your opponent
that's just silly in the long run. Like it's kind of just silly in the long run. Also,
look,
it's just one of those things where like why don't people like if it ever becomes a big problem, then people are just going to play Welder Mewtwo and turn 2 hit you for 600 damage.
Okay, I'm not saying that the deck's perfect, but I'm saying like I feel like you're just not giving it like enough. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's a good deck, like in theory. I just don't think the way that the format is right now, it's gonna be like consistent enough to be well. Like you can compare it to things like E-Turn, but E-Turn does fine going first and attaching. Even if
but I think you could go. Okay, let's say this. You could literally. I'm not saying the deck's perfect. What I'm saying is I think the deck is a lot better than most people think. I have a really strong insight into the game from playing this game for 15 plus years. So I'm just saying like we're figuring it out. Anyways, whatever. My stream's going to be live on Thursday. I'm going to be playing the deck. Not all day, because I'm going to be testing out all the different decks, but we'll have to see exactly what's going on with that. So I'm going to be streaming the thing all Thursday. Literally 12-hour stream. 12-hour stream. So check it out.
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, God bless, bro. I don't like. There's no way I could stream for that long without just getting. I don't know.
You got a lot of extra time when you're staying safe indoors.
That's exactly right. As long as you're not in conventions, bro, you'll have plenty of time. No, I mean, I don't think Single Strike's gonna be bad. I just think that I don't think it's a card right now, at least, that's gonna see any remote success. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, again, I'm not gonna be mad if I'm wrong. It's
well, Maddie's gonna be so mad. So Asumi's asking, and I might be butchering that because I'm the worst at pronouncing anything. Victini V Max is underlooked. Do we think it's gonna be the best fire deck? Thoughts, Maddie?
I think after rotation, for sure, 100%, it might be the best deck after rotation. I think now it's still gonna be very good. I think it potentially could be better than Senti. The thing is, and maybe it's the best way to play Welder. To be fair, maybe it is just overall the best way to play Welder. But I don't know. I'd have to see it play, because for me, it just depends on how all of the other things shift in the format. Where if people just stop playing tag teams, if things like it does really well against Zacian, which I think is important. I think it does very well. You're gonna be two-shotting any tag teams for 2 energy. In my opinion, it's almost exactly just kind of like E-Turn in a way, but fire type, and it means you have access to Welder to the point where you're doing enough for the almost the entirety most of the time to just one-shot V Pokemon, and you're two-shotting V Maxes, right? So the 270, and I think it just struggles less with tag teams.
I think it does okay. I got it. I think it does well with against tag teams still, though, because it has Reshizard. So
right.
I feel like the deck has something hot going on with it. I don't know if it's perfect. I don't necessarily think it's going to be the best. It's got to compete with Centiskorch first, but we'll see exactly.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's a big part of it, too.
What else?
I think the card obviously struggles a bit with tag teams. I'm not saying the deck will, because of course you'll run Reshi for that, or Keytran or something.
They're asking our thoughts on Salamence V Max.
There's a Salamence V Max? Oh yeah. Sorry.
He's like, what?
I think Salamence could be cool. It's just I
think it's too slow. I just think it's not it's built different than other cards. It was built with
again, it has pretty much the same attack cost as Single Strike Urshifu, just without that V attack. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I just think we haven't seen a successful VMAX Pokemon with a 4 energy attack cost ever. So maybe we'll get proven wrong.
I don't know. If you look at something like Centiskorch, you're putting 8 energies on that dude, right? So
yeah, you have Welder and Volcanion, bro. And you're not running special energy.
You have Houndoom, and you have a draw engine.
You Houndoom twice, and you're in range from a Turbozation KO. I don't. E-Turn's KOing you after you Houndoom 3 times. I don't know. I also think people should play Poison E-Turn after Battle Styles comes out. I think that's going to be your best option.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably fair. We'll have to see exactly how that goes. I'm just going to fire through a few of those. Kingdra deck's going to be coming out this weekend. Not sure on the entire release. Where am I getting pizza from this time? Not sure. Might order Chinese.
Yes, bro.
Maddie and I, I think Maddie and I, we need to tell our wives that we're just gonna kiss each other in front of Chinese or something when in real life events come back. Maddie's he's literally waiting for the Chinese, bro.
For the first regional that comes back, we're just going
Chinese buffet.
Chinese buffet.
I have not been to a buffet in over a year, and I'm a fat dude. We don't have buffets out here. What?
Vaughn says Reshizard was good. Reshizard is good. So
Reshizard is good.
Compared to so many other cards in the game, things like Reshizard and Pikarom are just so much better. It's actually just disgusting. I don't even
Yeah. No,
they made those cards ridiculous.
Thoughts on Luke Metal with Tag Call versus Luke Metal with Gear? Saw Gearheart talking about it. I think Tag Call is a better fire matchup, but Geared is better against Pikarom and generally bricks less. I think it doesn't really matter. Luke Metal's a pretty clunky deck. A lot of times you're going to be sitting there and doing nothing.
Bro, it's been going so ham, though, recently.
I think
in this Shining Fates format, it's been insane.
They shot their shot, man. The bullet's going to fall.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's literally how it goes. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those things where Luke Metal they just put anyone who's playing Luke Metal for the Players Cup probably put a gigantic counter on their back. And I don't think Luke Metal is a real deck right now. And I don't think it's
Corvonite,
a real. I don't feel like it's a real deck after Battle Styles is released. I think you're right. Corvonite's just better.
I think Corvonite beats single strike Urshifu, bro. But whatever.
You think everything we stop? You're literally just like trying to get me riled up. I already came out here swinging, bro.
Dude,
do I think Welder's going to
Corvonite,
be reprinted? I don't know. Do we think Welder's going to be reprinted? I really hope not.
I think no, just because of the Victini V Max print. Like, I think they wouldn't have made that card if Welder was being reprinted. But I could
but to be fair, they put a lot of like really like either jank cards or like just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it changes up.
I mean, I think Victini with Welder is better than without Welder. I don't know. I feel like the whole point of Victini was like it's a fire deck that doesn't need Welder, so I don't know.
Had to leave Maddie's chat due to the single strike slander. I agree. Maddie's going crazy.
Dude, it's the same
literally, bro, you're pulling up. You're literally putting on the wrong colors in my hood, bro. If you're talking about single strike like that, single strike gang. Single strike
is absolute garbage, bro.
Stop. Bro, you're literally someone's gonna like drive all the way to New Hampshire and talk to you, bro.
If single strike wins any of my battle style format tournaments, I will literally donate $100 to whoever wins with it. To be fair.
Did you hear that, everyone? Maddie's just like, everyone plays Psychic. Maddie with his own event propaganda. Maybe you wouldn't have $100 to donate if you weren't so greedy with your other events, bro.
Bro, I know, bro.
So what else do we got going on? We got Players Cup going on this weekend. Who do you think is going to be doing well at the Players Cup? I mean, I'm trying to do well at the Players Cup, but like, I guess not necessarily who's going to do well. What decks do you think are going to succeed this weekend?
What decks?
Yeah.
Is Battle Styles legal?
No. Battle Styles is not legal until the Players Cup Global Finals, which is the top 16.
I think the typical stuff, except for Blounce, because Cram is bugged in the game, so there's just no one should be playing that card.
So maybe you should explain that to what's going on.
I don't know exactly what's going on. I just know that Cramorant V is bugged in the attack, like doesn't work or something like that.
Is it the beak catch attack or is it a snipe shot?
I don't know.
Does anyone here know what's going on with Cram? Because like honestly, like not that I haven't been playing Cram, I haven't had that issue come up with me. Like during my games. Yeah. Like it just I think it happens sometimes. A lot of actions on Ptcgo cause the game to crash. When the game not crash, like you can't do actions if you click things too quickly. If you click things at a moderate pace, and I think that's what their workaround is. It does 0 damage. It doesn't spit shot.
Yeah, I think that's a bug to where it almost invalidates the entire. I mean, obviously it invalidates that entire deck, right? I mean,
no, considering like Senate Scorch, Crycephalon, both run it. Like that's literally like 2 archetypes that are literally just getting like nerfed. Like I'll put it like this: if I can't play Cramorant, I'm not playing Crycephalon because at that point it's just Blacephalon, and Blacephalon's a terrible deck. Next off
Gabe Smart is in here with the $5 dono, bro. Thank you. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't make it to the podcast. But thank you for the donation, my man. Also, maybe you'll be on next week.
Yeah, maybe, or grr.
My clocks was still turned an hour back, and I fell asleep. LOL. Well, you know it happens. When you're up all night playing Fortnite, Gabe, sometimes that's just how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Big sad for Gabe. Also, feel free if you want to make me feel better. You could also DOS a dono in here too, because I'll be less pissed off at you. But yeah, I don't know. Good. I think that kind of nerfs 2 decks. I probably wouldn't want to play those 2 decks if I don't have access to Cramorant. So hopefully they really change that. Like it definitely adds on 2 viable decks to like the options that I choose.
Yeah, those decks definitely not doing well at Players Cup. I don't know. I think
that means E-turn and Luke Metal kind of metagame. Yeah. E-turn, Luke Metal, ADP.
Exactly. No, right. I think that's literally just the meta right now. I think Pete can surprise people again. Like, out of how many people like are we gonna play Peak? If there's one person that just sacks for like, a bunch of games in a row, like no one's beating Peak. If
Yeah,
he
I
gets
don't know if
lucky like
Peak's
that,
like a
but
sack deck though. You got to play like Peak perfectly. The people who like sack with Peak,
yeah,
like sure, like I don't care about any
yeah,
of the weekday tournaments, but when it comes to the tournaments that you got to drop some money on, like the GG tours and stuff like that, the only players who do well like with Peak are like me, Mike Fouché, Gabe Smart, Daniel Altavilla. Like there's only a select few people who could play Peak properly, and that's not to like shit on anyone who's playing Peak, but it's one of those
right.
things where like
Yeah,
I don't think like I don't think a lower tiered person's gonna play Peak and like pop off.
Well,
Well,
right, but I mean, even those high players, like if any of those high level players who are playing Peak, like have a really good sort of string of starts and draws and whatnot, like it can do well. I don't think it's ever safe to count out Peak, even though it's not the best
no, I'm
deck.
not
I
saying
think it
it's
has
safe to
insane
count out
potential.
Peak. I'm just saying like whatever. Just to answer quickly because I know we've kind of been on a rant. Corvonite will just be a better Luke Metal, probably. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon, Kingdra. What's your favorite Pokemon, Maddie?
Wait, just in general?
Just in general.
I like Orbeetle, but I think Seismitoad. Like if we're just talking design, like I like Seismitoad.
You like Seismitoad? And thoughts on
Yeah.
Mustard builds of Single Strike and Rapid Strike? I don't think that Mustard is great right now.
Yeah. I agree.
But we'll have to see exactly how it is. Like Mustard's going to grow as we get more Single Strike and Rapid Strike.
Yeah.
Gabe coming in with the $2.99 dono. It's $2 less than $2 less than Maddie. I know Coldstone's probably waiting on that paycheck, but word up, appreciate it, homie.
For me with Mustard, it's one of those things where like I'm not a super high level player and deck builder personally. So like for me, I understand the potential behind cards like that. I just don't have a big enough brain to like it's one of those cards that literally could just be absolutely insane.
It either is going to be terrible or it's going to be very good. And everything points to me that it's going to be very good. We've seen Maxies and Archies doing very well. Whatever. It will not be fair that Cramorant V players will be at a disadvantage for Chill 23.
Right.
Honestly, cancel Maddie. He's the one who bugged the Cramorants. Don't play in Chill, bro.
Sabotage.
Don't play in
I
Chill.
just made a video on that deck too, which is hilarious.
Did it work?
Yeah, I think so. I don't even think I used Cram in any of my videos.
You didn't even use Cram? Yeah, so just don't use Cram, everyone. Put it in your deck. Don't use it. That's the remedy. It's just the threat of it maybe working.
Right. Alex says, can Pika play without Coco Prism? I saw a list at Taiwan that played Electrode in place of Coco. Now, listen, I just want to say this. Like, I'm not, no disrespect to anyone in Taiwan or any of those results from that tournament, but I don't see how that one tournament from Taiwan is something to really just everyone change your deck lists over. Like personally. Like, I don't know.
A lot of the form, they also have like really like weird differences. Like same thing like in Japan versus North America. We might look at their list and be like, hey, their list is really weird. A lot of these times they have these formats where like there's no time in their games. They're playing these rapid attacking decks so they could win faster than their opponent in general. So it's one of those things where they move on to the next stage and they continuously play the next opponent after. So they value speed a lot. It's one of those things where they're not necessarily playing a correct deck list. So it might be similar in Taiwan. I'm not entirely sure the format, but like it doesn't matter. Like we have Tapu Koko Prism Star in our formats. It's not an expensive card at all. Electrode literally hasn't seen success in Pikarom ever.
Hasn't seen success
like it's literally like no one's ever thought of it. So once Pikarom rotates, it doesn't even matter because Coco rotates. Our format's just completely different, and I think the player who played that might have really liked Pikarom and tried to make it work because they are in that position.
I think the idea of a card like that, like Zach, if there was a card exactly like Electrode, but it was a fighting type, and if it used for fighting type energies, I think it'd be crazy because then you could dojo combo accelerate too. But I don't know. I feel like Electrode's not a bad card at all. It's just I don't know. I definitely don't think it's better than Coco and Peak or anything like that, and it's a stage 1 Pokemon. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It is what it is. All I heard about Taiwan is that a lot of the players don't know how to shuffle. That might have been a factor to it as well. So if people are like essentially stacking their decks, I could see a lot of things working, but we'll have to see how it all goes. I don't want to call it any specific Taiwanese players, but like if you're out here stacking your decks, you probably have better odds. But whatever.
Do you have a gold dojo, Zach?
Do I have a gold dojo? Is someone looking for one? Hello, Crowlet Lucifer. Do you happen to have a gold dojo? Anyways,
would you consider Milotic V an ADP tech?
Milotic V.
What retreat cost does Victini have? Is the question.
Let me pull it up.
Sure. I think if it ever comes down to where Welder is just by far the best, I think playing ADP with like a split between two Zacians and two Milotic could be the play.
So you do 10 plus 50?
You're doing 110 times 2 for weakness, so that's 210 or 220 on a Victini. I just don't think it's worth.
Yeah, I don't think it's new.
Against MP, I suppose.
Legendary. You're pretty new, standard only player since Vivid Voltage. Could someone explain to me which card rotates? So basically, we're gonna rotate every single summer between between June and August. There's a rotation, and the rotation is just to make sure that our format's a little bit fresh. So they take some of the older cards out and they cycle them out as we release new sets. So it happens all at once. So that's when we have the least amount of sets in our format, whereas in June we have the most sets in our formats. So in this case, it's very much predicted, and predicted is the key word. We never know for sure, but they usually go in blocks that we're going to be rotating out Team Up all the way to Cosmic Eclipse.
There's a lot of good cards in those sets, bro.
There's a lot of really good cards because towards an end of a block, cards get a lot better. So it's one of those things where we're going to be going from... We're going to go to Sword and Shield on.
I am very excited for post-rotation, Zach. I know some people are kind of like, meh, I don't know if Standard will be good even with rotation. Personally, I think that post-rotation Standard format is going to be cracked. But, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly how it goes. I mean, as we keep on getting more and more sets. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like this, but Pokemon does not seem to be missing with these new cards that are dropping. I see these... Chilling Rain cards, Matchless Fighter cards. Between the art and the playable viability, it seems like they're making the game a lot more interesting. I know we all saw that Celio's Network rant video where he thought that the game's not improving. I directly counter that with what everything Pokemon's doing now.
I think part of that video was, no disrespect to Celio's.
We love Celio's. We love Luke.
I think when you post a video like that, you mainly do it to spark discussion, regardless of what your opinion is. Because it's not like debating that is really beneficial to anything, right? It's more so just kind of discuss in an open forum situation to let people it's a great idea for a video if you're looking to get engagement and stuff. But I don't think it's ever fair to say that the game is in a bad spot or it's declining in play. I mean, I do think and again, I haven't been playing for a long time, but Pokemon right now seems that it's too much based around luck in a sense. I'm not saying it is based around luck. Yeah, I don't disagree with
that. There's a lot more luck than there has been in other years, and I feel like it has to do to a lack of diverse supporter pool and stuff like that. We're really running decks all off Marnie, Boss, and Research.
Hammer.
Every single deck. Every single deck looking the same out here.
Really though, really, and that's the problem is we have these this supporter lineup, these 3 supporters that are in every deck, whether it's a 3 of or a 4 of count, to where there's no reason for you to run other supporters because there's nothing out there that's preferable over those, other than Welder. Welder's the only other supporter where you're I'm just gonna run Welder instead of Marnie's and stuff. So I think that's one problem, and I've said it for a while. Welder's a really good card, but if they just printed cards that were similar to Welder but for every type to make things that much better, where it was imagine if there's just so many things you could do, but types don't have specific supporters to them. I guess we have Sonia, that water type supporter, which is a good supporter. We have Welder, but is there any other ones? Is there a grass type supporter or a
no?
type supporter?
It's not necessarily all elemental like that.
Right, but I feel like they should make more of those types.
No, I think I agree that there should be more deck specific things. But whatever.
It's fine.
I just answer a few things. So, would I ever play Galarian Meowth in an ADP deck? No, but I'd play it in a Turbozation deck. How does the new multi and single strike work? I'm still confused. Basically, it does nothing. Cards are printed with either multi-strike or single strike. Some cards might say you could search out a single strike Pokemon. you could search out a multi-strike or a rapid strike Pokemon. So that's really where it's going to change. Some cards might do more damage. Your rapid strike cards might do more damage. Some cards might allow you to shuffle single strike energy cards back into your deck. So it's all really like kind of like how the tag team
like a label
thing, kind of like how tag call can search things out.
Yeah,
it's literally just a stamp on a card that allows it to enter into the club. If you don't have it, yeah, exactly. How does the new platform work? I don't know what you mean by that.
New platform,
but maybe is that what you mean? Like, is that what you mean by the multi and single, or the rapid and single? Battle Styles is not the end of E-Turn, right? It's probably the start. Then we got the Galarian Zapdos. That seems like it's gonna whoop E-Turn's butt. But I mean, with all these fighting type decks, psychic type decks like Dragapults are gonna kind of pop up. So it's one of those things where like Maddie just made his video today that you should totally check out. It's one of those things where
yeah, I think preferably we have an even amount of people playing E-Turn, Urshifus, and Dragapult, or like a psychic type.
So instead of E-Turn, E-Turn's reign as being the best deck in the format is probably over. But that's just because it has more increased competition. Right. So instead of being like one of the big like cell phone companies or something like that, some of the little guys are growing up there. What do I think about the new Pistimian and Rapid Strike Urshifu? I haven't even read that card, so I'm assuming no.
Is that coming? That's probably coming in Matchless or something.
Oh, is it? Maybe.
I think I did see Pistimian. It's like a V Max or something.
What about Fairy type? Fairy type died off when they stopped printing it off, and then they printed all the best like Metal type Pokemon.
There's no reason to print Fairy unless they print Dragons, right? And I just don't see them bringing.
Well, they stopped it to make it more elemental, right? They made it more simple, so it's more elemental. So maybe in the future, like we'll see some more specific trainers, like what Maddie's looking for.
What does it say? Frederico? Centiscore Chapter rotation? I hope you aren't playing Centiscore Chapter rotation. I'm not saying you can't. I just think that...
There's just not a lot of great stuff. Like, you got to power it up with Victini V. It's just... it doesn't have as much support as it does now.
Play the Rose, bro.
Pistimian is a telescopic sight as an ability for rapid strike cards. That sounds really good.
I do remember that. Do you remember that? Yeah, so it's a card you put down on your bench, and it's pretty much like an active effect on all your Pokemon, which is... literally telescopic.
That sounds hot. I like that.
It's gonna be very good in decks that like to hit the bench. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where maybe straight cram becomes viable, where you can just put down on the bench and then just cram and telescopic sight and one shot stuff like that. I mean, that sounds kind of hot. Like, I guess
it's only for rapid strike Pokemon.
Oh, then yeah, that's
maybe there will be a tool that will make something rapid strike. Is Mad Party dead? I'd say if Mad Party, if anything, is probably going to spike up. I'd say Mad Party is doing pretty good. It already packs Mew against Rapid Strike.
Yeah.
And it's packing a Psychic type, so it's doing pretty good against Urshifu.
I'm up in the air with Mad Party just because it does struggle a lot with Dragapult. And I'm not saying Dragapult will become very relevant, but if it were to, I think Mad Party does struggle.
Yeah, that's probably definitely fair. I don't know. It's interesting at the very least.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think they both like they're kind of on the same level realistically when it comes to like potential playability. But I don't know. I think that Lapras could make a comeback as well. I think Lapras is busted.
There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. Like we could sit here and talk about a bunch of what ifs. I do want to talk though. I know Team Challenge is happening this weekend. I know I made it for the Team Challenge. Maddie didn't even know what a Team Challenge was. I guess that might explain how they went about explaining the Team Challenge to everyone, but
I just didn't have time because like I remember in the last week I did try to play in a Team Challenge qualifier or whatever it was.
Oh yeah,
but it was on the same day that I was running the last GG Tour tournament. So
Are you gonna play in the summer one?
Sure, I don't care.
It starts it starts in April. I mean, by winning your store's Team Challenge, you got to kick-ass playmats, some in-real-life packs, and some digital packs. So, I mean, it's kind of like a fun experiment. Insert jokes about 4 people on a Discord call here, because that's literally what the format is. How else are you supposed to practice for it, right? But it's one of those things where...
Yeah. I was a bit confused when it came out, because where I live, I don't really have any like local game store and like a community of people that play Pokemon. So, like... And I understand now that you could just sign up for any game store and play for them, and because it's all online anyway.
Yeah.
But when they were pitching the idea when it first came out, it kind of didn't seem like something that was like very viable for me to participate in.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it seems like the way that I've been looking at it, it's more of an extension of League at Home lately. Right. So that's Pokemon's official take for their own online tournaments. You play around with some peeps, and you get some cool online promo cards. But that's really kind of where it is, getting Pokemon back to its grassroots. But,
I would play, man. If you wanted to put me on your team for your team challenge, if that's even how it works,
we cannot.
We can't? Oh, we're different countries.
We're different countries, unfortunately.
I'll just move to Canada.
Just move to Canada? Okay.
Easy fix.
Easy fix. But yeah, in my store, we got the buy round one.
Ooh.
It's kind of broken. I mean, a lot of stores got a buy because they're going from a 10-12 bracket to a 5-12.
True.
So that's how they're evening it up to make it all work out there, and then single elimination from there on. So I guess it's going to go each week. How does that even work? So there's this weekend is 10-12, 5-12, 256, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. So the next 2.5 months are going to be the team challenge. It's a lot.
That seems like a very long time.
Yeah, it's going to overlap with the other team challenge, but I mean, I guess that's how they've thought of the system, how it always overlaps.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it seems super cool. Like, I think everyone should play. It's a cool thing that Pokemon's doing. Like, I'm happy that they're doing it. For me, something that's like that much of a commitment long term, for realistically, like, not that much of a benefit, because no one's really doing it to like win a play mat. I mean, I guess that's part of it, but it's just not something that I would go out of my way to spend that much of my time on, at least right now in my life.
Yeah, I also like the thing that kind of bothers me as a competitive player. Like, I understand it's a free to play event. Same thing as the Players Cup. They haven't really announced prizing if you make it far.
Right, so maybe they'll have something spicy.
Like, there could be something spicy. Like, if there's another travel award trip to go to an internationals, I'm about it. I'll try to get as many of those as possible, but I don't know. It's gonna be awkward.
Zach's stacking them up at this point. After he wins his second Players Cup, bro, he's gonna just have free trips to Worlds like for 3 years in a row. It's gonna be hot, bro.
We're trying out here.
We're trying.
So I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on this week. Like, for battle styles, is there a deck that you're more excited than others about? Like, what's your day one deck?
I think Corvonite is absurd. Like, I really think that deck is absurd. So that's just what I'm gonna be playing. I mean, of course, like Rapid Strike seems really fun just because I'm a really big damage spread type guy between Dragapult, Orbeetle, even Peak, things like that just are really appealing to me in terms of the gameplay. So I think Rapid Strike's gonna be fun. And I think all of those cards are gonna be at least somewhat viable, which is something that I like, right? It's not like you're playing the best deck in the format. I mean, maybe you will be, maybe some of those decks will be, but it's for me, in this new format, I'll probably be playing a lot of Corvonite, Rapid Strike V Max.
It seems like the set added a bunch though, like more viable stuff. Like, at least Darkness Ablaze was like, we're gonna give you E-Turn and Senti. Those are 2 viable decks that get added into the rotation. Vivid Voltage is like, we think we're giving you Colossal, but secretly we're giving you nothing.
Orbeetle was hot, bro. I mean,
stop. Stop.
I mean,
I'm actually gonna go grab some water while Maddie talks about Orbeetle. Go talk about Orbeetle. I'm grabbing water.
Fine. Just leaving the
I'm literally leaving. Cancel Maddie, everyone.
So those are my favorite decks. I think things like Victini and Single Strike Urshifu could be really good. I like hating on Single Strike Urshifu, but I mean, all those decks have potential to be super, super good. I mean, I think what's most appealing for this is when the format shifts so much and changes so much due to these new decks, there might be older decks that come back up and become better and become more viable. So that's what I'm excited for, because there are a lot of really cool older decks that have been out for a while that just haven't seen that much play. So I think maybe because of battle styles, some of those older decks might see a lot of play. Dragapult is just one example, but Asume says, and how would you play Corviknight? Like, Luke Metal are more aggressive. I think that you don't. I think it's similar to Luke Metal to the sense where I think you honestly just play it like a typical Zacian deck, as if Zacian was a stage 1 Pokemon, but you have things like Bronzong and Cheryl, which you just honestly just probably make it as consistent as possible and potentially just hit for 240 every turn without never getting KO'd. I think that's just your best play, your best bet. Thoughts about literally not finding Pokemon cards anywhere? I think that it's not worth it right now. I think if you're trying to buy IRL Pokemon cards right now, it's just not smart.
Well, if you're picking it, no, if you're picking it up for an investment, it could be smart.
Yeah, I suppose if you want to keep it sealed and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. And I guess maybe that's why people are buying it. But if you're looking to play the game IRL or collect the cards or complete your set or whatever, I just don't think that's like a viable hobby to really partake in at the moment, to be fair. I don't know. Maybe. The Ptcgo, on the other hand, is popping off because now everybody's buying these products and just showing the codes. So it's very easy to get these codes, even though the product is pretty hard to get.
I don't know. It's pretty hard. I feel like it's hard this time around to get codes. But I think it's due to... Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of them in circulation right now.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if you look at all the major websites, like, they might not necessarily be able to get the amount of codes that they're used to because of the way that they're now doing the distribution of boxes. So I don't know if you know, but local game stores are allowed to sell product earlier now. Right. And that's because they can sell products because they are able to run a pre-release at their store.
Yeah. And there's no embargo on anything at the moment.
But it's big distributors are not allowed to. They have to sell them on the 19th, the day after the set releases. So that might be an issue.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess my outlook now is like the set's not even out yet, so I can't even make a judgment. But I think like in the first week of Battle Styles, like Ptcgo store and Card Cavern are probably gonna have 1,000 Battle Styles codes.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like them, yeah, no, I agree with you. I just mean like right now, as we get prepared for tomorrow. They might have less codes than normal, but I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I think
I
really
do some crazy things.
Being hard to find codes before the set comes out, I guess.
I mean, I guess so. But like, okay, but like, honestly, like maybe it's just me, but as a content creator, it's difficult to get stuff going on in my, like, going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. Like, I had to acquire a bunch of stuff, especially if I'm doing a 12-hour stream.
I think we're complaining, or I think we're being a little bit facetious considering that we probably have a combined like 700 packs in our account right now of Battle Styles in both of our accounts. But
no, I had to do some crazy things to get those codes. Trust me.
I mean, I didn't, so I guess I'm lucky. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just think that it's Wednesday. It's chill tonight. We're gonna play. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time. But really, I think we're all just waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
Average. What's my favorite set to open from the shop at the Ptcgo, or on Ptcgo? I think I like the older sets. Those sets are fun to open. Like I think Triumphant is the one with the Celebi in it.
I thought that was just Heart Gold. No.
No, I don't think. I think it's Triumphant that has the Celebi Prime. So that's the one that I'm trying to get. I think that's a hard card to get online.
Yeah. For sure, bro.
So I'm pretty hyped to get that one. Corvonite, doesn't it take the instant L to Sentient Victini? I don't think so, actually, because you can't use Giratina and ScubaNet to rip off Coding Metal Energies.
Yeah.
And then even if they play Crushing Hammers or Fan of Waves or anything like that, you could honestly Bronzong yeet like 3 or 4 Coding Metal Energies to the active and uses this gigantic tin hat to protect you.
Yeah, like, no, exactly. And I think that Corvonite, in terms of all metal decks, is going to have the best matchup against fire decks, like, in general. And even things like Senti, which like to hit for big damage, like, you put, metal goggles on Corvonite, and then effectively you have, what, like 360 HP? Like, you're not getting one-shotted. And the potential to just heal all your damage and just in one turn, just go to 0 damage and then just slap back for 240 yet again. Like, I don't think the matchup's gonna be tough at all. I think you need a good start. Like, obviously you can just whiff coatings for like 3 turns and lose.
Somewhere Josh Sutherland's like Maddie's spitting right now. It's like this music to my ears, bro. It's like Luke Metal Supreme Race. Let's go.
I think defensive metal is just absurd. I think it's just an absurd typing ever since we have coding, and they printed coding and then they were like, here's a Pokemon that you literally can't get rid of the coding, so have fun. I mean, there's Billowing Fan too, or Fan of Waves. I don't know. Again, the problem is when a deck becomes super playable, people begin to tech for it, which is why I think all of the decks that could be very good from Battle Styles can be pretty easily teched for, and I guess sort of, you know, dealt with in a sense, right? If you're preparing for those matchups, I suppose you can definitely have the advantage, but it's just like you can't tech for everything, and I guess, you know, I don't know. That's why I think the format it's just gonna be super interesting. Like we all have our opinions.
It's
and we
like
all have
wide
our
open. Like right
speculations,
now, we
but-
go from like it being like E-Turn, ADP, Senti being the top decks, to just like everything being
Yeah.
wide open.
Yeah,
Gods of Gravity.
I think the best card that for the next year or so, year and a half, 2 years, whenever it gets rotated, I think Cheryl in the long run might be the best card, like that we have.
I don't disagree with that now. I think Cheryl's like very good.
Literally insane, bro. I don't know. We'll see. I also think Kingdra has potential. Everyone sleeps on Kingdra. Maybe it's gonna be trash, but I just think that like with Articuno, like you can literally just stall and like let your opponent take 3 prize cards, and then you just start slapping with your Kingdras for 400 plus damage, you know, and then what? Like it's just one of those things where like if everything goes right for Kingdra, like it's literally just insane. I don't know. I think Kingdra's gonna be super fun to play just because even if it's not the most consistent deck, like when you do get the goodness, when you get that hot, you know, game with Kingdra, it's gonna feel absurd. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Also, Gods of Gravity. I think I would also love to be on the Top Deck Academy. By the way, so if anyone wants to tell Pokemon that I'm willing to kind of deal with whatever they want to deal with, I'm cool with it. Feel free to tell Pokemon. I would love to be on there. Make it happen. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily email them because I feel like that's a bit against me.
I mean, I think you could build a Cramorant deck, just a single prize Cramorant, and play it, bro. I think if they can do that, I think you can build a list there for sure.
Well, I mean, they already feature my decks on there already. Mahone's out there playing my Pikarom deck, being like, I wish I was cool as Zach Lesage.
I mean, yeah, dude. I think it's cool that they're doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
It's just one of those things where it's always nice to see Pokemon kind of contributing and making and like working with content creators. And we'd all be definitely very, you know, fortunate to be in that situation. But I don't know. I guess this is probably. I mean, we're winding down. I'd say we'd probably cut it in like 15 minutes. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Next week, Zach. So I mean, of course, tonight is Chill Series number 23. It's gonna be a nice tournament. It's nothing too special though. It's just a typical Chill Series 2 Viv entry, which we haven't actually done for like 3 weeks. But next week we do have a very special Chill Series tournament, which will be free entry, Battle Styles legal,
Boom.
with 200 Battle Styles packs in the prize pool. So that's next week's Chill. Gonna be unreal. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be an absolutely insane event. Not to discourage you, from playing tonight. Of course, I just think that you need to get hyped for next week because next week's Chill Series is going to be insane, absolutely insane.
I'm excited. Maybe I'll take Matty up on his bet. He challenged us to do $100 if we win with single strike.
Yeah, if single strike.
Me and the homies come in and pack in. I also offer full-time coaching, by the way, everyone. If you're interested in any coaching, I will literally coach you with single strike Urshifu. We can do a special like this. Normally, we'll do 3 hours for $100 on single strike coaching. So if you want to do that, you could get your $100 back if you win.
Sounds kind of busted, bro. Sounds kind of busted.
I think it sounds worthwhile.
Crowley says, I remember when Maddie sent me a message to play in the first Chill series. I thought it was the Chili series. The Chili.
I mean, it kind of feels like that, right? Most of the players who win your events are definitely from south of the equator. I wonder,
we have a lot of really good people from Chile playing. Maybe
do you think they all thought that? Maybe
it is, bro. I really don't know.
In America, they spell Chile with an extra L. And Maddie's just I'm just trying to keep it chill, guys.
Shout out to the point.
All my homies play single strike. Yeah, and all my homies hate rapid strike.
Bro, rapid strike is life. It's
Andrew Mahoo?
Andrew Mahoo.
That's kind of funny. I've never heard that one. That one's kind of funny. I like Mahone too. I just think that one's kind of funny.
I like Mahone. I've never like talked to him. I mean maybe I have. I just don't remember. I've never really worked with him on anything in the past.
Yeah.
But he seems like a very nice guy. Krollo says, "Do I play tonight?" Krollo, I think you run Top Cut so I can live stream it.
Yeah. But don't leave because of the fire alarm, bro.
Yeah, and don't leave to go watch anime either. So you're gonna have to be there.
Yeah.
Um,
And
I
don't
had
make
decent
Logan run it.
What did you play in last night? What was last night's tournament?
What tournament did you play in, Crollo?
I honestly don't know. Was there a tournament last night? There was. I just don't know what it was.
It was. Are you trying to bait this out, Maddie, or no?
Oh, it was Crow. Yeah, the Crollo's
Crollo played in Crollo's tournaments. Yeah, so like I don't know what we're trying to say here, but that's okay. Anyways,
no, I forgot. I literally forgot.
There's definitely some howdy Pokemon Professor vibes going on there, but that's okay. We're a welcoming community, and that's all good. Lone Blown X Chill TCG merch. I don't know.
Hot.
I think it sounds hot.
I mean, the Lone Blown is dead, but
yeah,
maybe we bring it back for some merch, bro.
Bring it back for some merch. The chill Blown, bro.
The chill Blown.
We'll sell some beer koozies or cozies or whatever they're called.
They're called koozies.
Howdy, Pokemon Professors. It was Anti's Crollo.
Crollo, what would you do if Anti changed the name of the tournament? Since he runs it now. Like realistically, like no cap, like what's your reaction to that statement, to that potential?
My reaction is, howdy, Pokemon Professors.
LOL, bro. LOL.
Anyways,
also,
I'll let you go. You can go.
What do you think, bro? Do you think we're wrapping it?
That's what I'm saying. I think we could vibe out here with the chat for a little bit more. So for everyone who's listening to this live, we're gonna hang out with everyone a little bit more, kind of wrap up any last minute questions before Maddie and I go on to do our separate things. Maddie's got to run the chill event. I got to run my live stream while I play in the chill events. But we appreciate everyone being here for the podcast live. Anyone who's listening to it on the audio version or rewatching it back on YouTube, you could join in live every single Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern approximately. And we'll answer questions, talk it out, see exactly what's going on. Come hang out with Maddie and I live. We try to keep it like a chill conversation. And again, I'm Zach Lesage, Ptcg, professional Pokemon player. It's Maddie Tate at Chill TCG, professional Pokemon event runner. And of course, we don't want to forget about our little guys, or our big guys, since we're the little guys, at GG Tour, which just wouldn't be able to happen. They definitely help us out all the way. They run premier events in all different games, not just Pokemon. So check them out at ggtour.com. I'll let you speak.
Yeah, and then before we go to GG Tour is actually running a fantastic tournament this weekend. If you're unable to play in Players Cup, Team Challenge, if you're if you're a senior or you're just didn't qualify for Players Cup, whatever it might be, if you're available to play Saturday, there is going to be a single day free entry tournament with $300 in the prize pool. So, definitely go tune in, play in that tournament. It's going to be super, super fun. Potentially win, dozens, if not like $100, I think is the first place prize. So definitely worth playing. Go check it out. It's up on Limitless. A big shout out to GG Tour. It's going to be a great tournament. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately. I'm away on vacation with the wife. But don't worry, it will be still run very well. It's going to be a very good tournament. And yeah, go play in it for sure. For sure.
That's hot. All right, time to answer some questions here. Single strike gang, amen. I want you guys to test against each other, single versus rapid. If you guys want to put some dono cash on that stuff, we could definitely have a fun little side event. Maddie and Zach should do a tournament for charity. I mean, we've certainly been in the talks to be figuring things out. Some other content creators might not necessarily get back as soon as possible. So there's definitely things in the works. We still need to run the Yellhorn tournament.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could do a charity thing for Yellhorn. The only problem was we tried to do like a charity tournament featuring kind of with all of the different tournament organizers combined. It's just super hard to get everybody on the same page and available at the same time. And the only real way to do a charity tournament is to get a lot of publicity behind it and probably to get it live streamed at a decently high level, which I'm not saying we can't do. Like, we had like 130 people watching the Tropical Beach tournament live stream, which was hype. But it's one of those cases where you definitely need a lot of publicity behind it in order to necessarily get some good leeway and to raise stuff for charity. It's just kind of one of those things. We could make like a $10 entry fee, so to play you have to donate to charity. I mean, that could be hot.
Yeah, that could definitely be hot.
I don't know.
We'll have to see exactly how that goes.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Blaziken Alt Art? Tell me that doesn't look like the Inteleon gang just murdered Zangoose. I mean, gang. I mean, I think all the new arts from that set look hot. I also like the Trippin' Galarian Slowking.
Yeah, I think like the alternate arts for the V and V Max Pokemon is such a good idea. I talked about that a while ago. Like on a very older podcast where like they need like I wish they changed up the art style for V Maxes because all of them kind of have the same art style. Now with these alternate arts, I think they're doing it very well. They're doing it very smart. I think it's a very good idea on Pokemon's part.
Personally. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out. Do you know a tournament where all decks must play 4 Yellhorn for the memes? Playing, what about if we, everyone would just be playing Weepin' Bell Salazzle from Battle Styles with Yellhorn?
Or we could just get everybody to donate all their Yellhorns into the prize pool, and the winner just gets like 2,000 Yellhorn cards.
Well, then we're gonna see the post where people try to sell it, the Yellhorns.
Selling 2,000 Yellhorn cards on PTCGO.
Yeah.
Do we know what he was selling the beach for per se, or was it like?
Maddie's like trying to buy it back to like run the
bro, maybe I will. Whatever I have to do to save the beach, bro.
Yeah, save the beach, everyone. Save the beach. I honestly don't know. I've seen a few like Reddit posts and stuff like that where I've seen murmurs of beaches. Yeah. And they've all like I already have my place at beaches because I played in those worlds. But like I'm obviously like curious like what's the going rate for a beach. Right. And I mean I think they're going for like I think he'd probably be selling it for around 200, which is kind of a shame because that's not a lot of money.
No, I think it equates to probably more just like in general like in game, like just being able to pimp out the account.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where like if like you have opportunities to win cash tournaments, right? Like I think like the winner got like $500 at GG Tour, right? So
yeah, exactly. It's one of those cards that could definitely give you an edge considering you're probably not going to have another one.
Right.
I don't know. It's one of those things where I think the whole idea was to definitely like make your account super special, and it sucks that it's kind of getting tainted. But I mean, not every single person's going to have the same mindset or come from the same or have the same kind of things that we all face.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what's
will we feel like how tier 2 decks? So GX pulls, I don't think we necessarily have that today. I think I don't think we can necessarily go through the tier 2 decks today. But I know that Maddie and I are definitely going to be going through most of everything and updating everything with battle styles on our channels over the next week or two. So I would just say check out our channels, really stay tuned. I know that I put an active deck list for every single deck and format and kind of loosely rate it in my Discord. You gain access to that if you're one of my YouTube members. If you're choosing my deck list package. So if you want to do that, it also helps support my content and helps me for all my hard work. I know that Maddie has his own channel package that allows you to get free entry. So if you want to play in his Chill Wednesday, you could definitely get some cool things.
It's super cheap. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal. And you also get access to busted giveaways. The last giveaway we did was actually crazy.
I'm Maddie's friend and I'm a channel member.
That's what's up.
So
I gotta become a member to Zach's channel, bro.
I was gonna say, but you could choose the coaching package because you honestly could use it.
It's true, bro. It's so true.
But that being said, I think we should probably call it a wrap for everything today. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us on social media and all that good stuff. All the links are in the description below. But it's been real, everyone, and I look forward to seeing everyone on my live stream later on tonight. Yeah,
definitely go check out Zach's live stream. I don't think we'll be going live tonight for Top Cut. I just don't think it's really possible. But
we'll see how it goes. See how it goes.
We'll see. Tune in tomorrow, though. We're going to be probably uploading the Grand Finals match from tonight's tournament tomorrow, as well as opening 300 or 200 Battle Styles packs in-game, which is going to be hype. And then Friday and throughout the whole weekend, we're going to be covering all the new hottest decks as well. So, that's kind of just what's going on.
For sure.
But tonight, if you're, just go register for Chill Series, man. It's going to be sweet. If you're watching this the audio version, actually, I think we already stopped.
We already stopped.
So never mind.
All right. Have yourself a great day, everyone.
Peace out. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Good luck at Chill Series.